I'm actually welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sending out a bunch of love to you from my own personal heart space. I'm realizing a lot recently that I haven't been being myself. I know I talk a lot on this channel about being yourself, and yeah, I fucked that one up the most. And you know what it is? I think what it truly is caring. I do, So yes, thank you, Jay. You were right. I did care about what people think, and I'm still living that pattern out. But as you can see, it's breaking down. Shit. I used to not have an intro on the channel, and even on my old one, like I had an intro, but not like how I do it now, where I just kind of say, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and sending out love. Because I thought it was weird. But I embraced what I thought was weird. And I let my weirdness come out. And it's not really weird. I genuinely just actually love saying that intro. So it works for me. But what comes with that when I go into the flow after saying that? Well, everything. When I start that intro, something changes in me. It's almost like I'm locked into doing a video now. And I really get immersed. And what I started thinking about was the more and more that I build this reality and I start becoming it, I'm seeing so much in my mind change. It's insane. Even if, I don't know if you've been noticing, it's almost like I want you to notice. I'm documenting this. But I've gotten a change in the way I move, like the way I wake up. This is actually cool. Why I say be yourself is because you will really start to see things change. You will see that you really create the world around you. That's the moment I started moving different. I woke up shocking myself, right? I wake up and I see 6 videos on standby, ranging from 9, 13, 20 minutes sometimes of me talking. And I'm like, how the fuck am I doing that? And then I realized, that's not me. That's the monster I created. Like a Frankenstein. Something takes over me and I just become a beast. It's like I take up this identity, this shadow I created, and it's fucking beautiful because it's almost like an exaggerated version of my personality. But we haven't even gotten there yet. Oh, trust me, we haven't gotten there yet. Because the perfected version of me as like a kid, I don't think anyone has truly seen in these videos yet. And I think that that's what this is gearing up to put me at. Because it's like, are you ready to deal with yourself on a much wider scale? Because I feel like if this world definitely came to know my consciousness and what I manifested as here, and what I mean is physically manifest like myself into reality, then it'll break bounds. Because when people get canceled, I'm pretty sure like before canceling was even a term coined by everybody, I'd be the king of like fucking being canceled. Sometimes there's shit I just say that you could probably still find in some of these videos that could get me canceled potentially. But the thing is I don't care. You know why? Because the real me and the people who know the real me knows that I stand for love, everybody doing whatever the fuck they want, and ending this fucking human holocaust of pain. And there's motherfuckers who actually run around here and don't think you're in a human holocaust. It's the funniest shit ever. I honestly think people are just so blind. And honestly, I'm just coming out and saying it. First of all, I actually, before I made this video, like an hour or two earlier, I was meditating too and working out. But gotta get that in daily. That's part of my new identity. Well, old actually. It's just I slacked after high school. I don't know what the fuck happened. That's why if you hear me saying videos, I'm like going to the back to the perfected version. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. There was a different willpower in high school that if I applied it to YouTube then, oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine. But yeah, like I was saying, oh shit, damn, I lost train of thought trying to flex real quick about my high school stuff. What a cornball. But no, I actually watched a video. Look how easily I can get back on track. I usually can't catch my train of thought back, but now it's just flowing so much easier. A rapper named Khan. I don't even want to call him a rapper. I want to call him like a true artist. This motherfucker tells you that this world is simulated. A bunch of shit. And I've been watching him since high school. And I think I even ran into him in Maryland when he was in his early stages. And I swear my cousin introduced me to him. But I think I found him on my own. I can't remember. But I knew his mind was wild because the way he rapped literally sounded like how my brain thinks. That's why I resonated with this dude so hard. In one of his songs I just recently listened to, I don't know if it was ISO or another one, he said, make sure you repress the masses easily, right? Because he's like kind of like a kind dude. You can kind of tell in his lyrics. He didn't come out and just say, fuck the masses. But that's why I like B.O.B., who has actually had contact with me. And that dude would just be like, fuck with the masses, dude. Them niggas is dumb lost. And then in the next verse, he'll say, it's the return of Osiris, of Osiris. You know, and that's what I mean when I say, like, be yourself, because the thing is you don't pay for anything you did here. Your soul is completely innocent. But people like to attach soul to this experience, and it's not what you think. The work that you do here, like, basically I can say like this: if you don't be yourself here and master your mind here, that's the damage that's going to go on your soul. Basically the human shit you stay attached to. So as much as people love to admit it, no, this shit is not about, it's about what you believe your own morals to be. Because morality is really self-inflicted. Like, I'm really saying it like a fucking philosopher, but that's literally what I am. I'm literally telling you that everything, you get to a point where you realize all these teachings, it doesn't matter who the fuck is on YouTube saying this shit, it all comes full circle. It's back to basically trusting yourself and not trusting anyone. It's just so fucking funny. Like, and I think that's why I'm saying, like, my time is really coming, because you're gonna realize, or maybe I die a prophet and my videos just stay out there and they'd be like, damn, this dude was spitting when he was alive. Who knows? Point is just like, I'm realizing that I'm sacrificing myself with the time I do have here by not literally being honest in the video. And like, by seeing mentors, B.O.B., for example, tell me to literally focus on what's in my mind, and then I don't focus on what's in my mind to create it. I could be giving juice out. Juice. And the thing is, the juice from my experience, I'm not like spitting. I'm spitting from the books that I've read and the way I've experienced it in my life. But spitting juice in terms of, like, I'm not being like a fraud. Like, I'm going to be here to entertain and do what I got to do. But at the same time, it's basically like him, but in the commentator form. I'm not really going to be exposing the government and doing stuff like that, because, you know, I found that stuff really corny. I knew something was off about it. I knew that shit was like basically fear porn, like, for conspiracy theorists. Like, they want you to get involved in that shit so you get, you know, trapped and create a divide and shit. And to be fair, they just don't want you to figure out that they truly don't have power over you. And that's why the whole thing is buying into their matrix. You need to buy into their shit to literally keep it running. And what you're seeing right now is the fall of this shit. And that's why I like people like Too Mad, or different people who go against the grain on YouTube. Even if some people, like, I've heard literally people say Too Mad is exactly how you would see, like, how you would expect him to act in person. And he's like on 100 all the time. And that's what I'm saying is who you need to look for on YouTube and kind of discern with your heart chakra that they're authentic. And I knew that about Too Mad from the beginning. And then I also felt that same thing about Etika, when, you know, you can still tap into his energy. But Etika, when he was here, you know, and I want you to feel that about me, because I'm literally exactly the same that you see me in these videos as you see in person. Like I'm really not playing about this shit. I get up and make 6 videos a day. And there's not too many people you could say doing this. So will I reap what I sow? I hope damn sure I do. I'm seeing it in my imagination, reaping what I sow, so it better manifest in the physical. It's got no choice, because I'm really putting this shit out here, and I just feel like there's nobody doing it like me. Like, really, when I heard B.O.B. say that shit in a live stream, I really peeped what I'm doing, and I'm like, yo, there's really nobody doing it like me. Like, I don't know if people understand, I'm really risking a lot to say what I say, you know. And I know other people can't do it because some people got kids and stuff like that, and that's exactly why I like to rise up to occasion. You know, I've had a lot of people who love me, but you know, when I think about it, I think, I don't know if this was just like a be yourself video. I guess it's still along the lines of being yourself. I'm just realizing, like, yo, you don't per se die alone, but you die alone. You're born alone, you die alone. That's something my stepdad told me. And that shit just is becoming real. It became even more real when I started learning the stuff I learned. And it's like, so with that in your mind and circulating in your mind, why the fuck would you change or build these retarded egos around shit you do in an illusionary world for others? It's like, if you're not in a place considered, quotation, professional by someone, and you just like you want to play the game, which I understand. You know, I got the ego too, where I answer the phone and I'm, hi ma'am, you know, what people call the white voice. But you know, I have those egos, you know, those little egos we create to function through this false reality. But the thing is if I'm not in a setting and doing that, bro, I'm a sarcastic dickhead being myself, and I found the most enjoyment and the most authentic relationships through that. Like, every fucking girl I meet usually matches my energy. Every experience, every dude that I find chill is usually matches around the way I am. And then the dudes and the girls who can't hang don't hang, and that's why I find it so great. But I feel like on this YouTube shit where I was basically going with the whole people have kids, a lot of people can't speak out and shit. That's the same thing I say about B.O.B. I guess like this being myself thing is really turning into a kind of like self thing where I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this and no one else is, because I'm not doing anything way too crazy. I'm just talking about my experiences and doing reaction videos and throwing in conscious shit in the middle. But I say it from a place where in this live stream you can find, which I used to use in videos, he said, think about Prince and Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson had like a bunch of Egyptian shit all over his albums, and Prince came out talking about this shit too. Like, he had slave across his face. He said after they're gone, and like I think he mentioned Lisa Left Eye and couple small group of others. He said, you gotta imagine he's the only other one after them who came out talking about this shit. And then granted, I guess I say Chris Brown too, because he came out on the more spiritual side, where getting people involved in like, hey, we're not dying, like we keep reliving this shit over and over. But he's literally the only one who came out really talking his shit. He really talked his shit. He was a top pop star that talked his shit. And I feel like that's the same for me, and I'm going through the same like crucifixion kind of shit in my own way, where bro, as soon as I see, like, I did not hold back. When I became quote unquote remembering who I am, remembering like being a god, remember living here, becoming conscious, bro, I lost. If you see my video talking about actually who I referenced in the beginning of this video, she one day, I remember, this is just me sharing this, I kind of wanted to share it in a different video, yeah, because this might be too long. Actually, I want to make a separate video sharing that story, but I want to like really tell you what I lost during like my crucifixion of becoming, it's not I didn't have a choice, it's like it came with the territory of being chosen in a way. But I hate even saying chosen, because that shit gets thrown around too much. Oh, chosen one. Well, let me tell you, the real chosen ones have gone through some pain. But I'm gonna tell you that in the video I'm gonna call it part 2. Oh yeah, you know what? I'll do part 2. Be yourself, part 1 and part 2. So this is part 1. Let me chop it up and do part 2.